Tennis is full of highs and lows. Our guest today knows both well. With a career high of 8, 10 singles titles, and 2 Davis Cup wins for Russia, he returned to the tour shortly after retirement to help Denis Shapovalov climb into the world's top 10. Also, the originator of one of my favorite cellies in tennis. Mikhail Youzhny, welcome to the Changeover. Welcome to the Changeover podcast. My name is Justin Roberts. Down there is my co-host Jody Maginley. And tonight we have a Davis Cup champion, former top 10 player, 10 ATP titles, Mikhail Youzhny joining us tonight. Thanks for taking the time to speaking to us.
Hello, guys. Hey.
It's funny because normally when we get guests, it's like we send a DM on Instagram or we have a friend of a friend ask the person. But I was actually talking to my coach one day, like, who would be a cool guest? And I mentioned your name. And the next day we were hitting at some random park in Boca, and he was there coaching. And I was like, fuck, I have to go up now because it's like, I called his name 2 days ago. Now I see him in person, I have to say something. So here we are. What should we call you tonight? I was doing some research. I saw Mikhail, people call you Misha. I've heard of
You can call me Misha or Mikhail, whatever.
I've heard the Colonel because I see in the celebration the salute.
But nobody they call me Colonel, but yeah.
Okay.
Misha, Mikhail, Michael, whatever.
Okay.
Easy for you guys.
Okay, cool. It's funny because I actually gave credit to my friend Thailand Greek Sport because he does it sometimes after he wins the match. Where did that come from for you when you started doing that?
First time starting, it was 2004 in US Open.
Okay.
It was tough match against Nalbandian. We finished really late. It was not too many people in the stadium, and it was 5 sets match. And after I start to think of what I can do, and just I make the salute, but I make salute without racket on the top, just by hand.
The regular one.
But later I read on the internet, in the Russian tradition, we cannot put the hand if you have the clear hand, because usually you have the cap or something in the army. So, and I started thinking, okay, what I can do. I don't like to play in the cap, only if the Australia or some, when it's extremely hot. Racket always with me, and I decided to make the racket on the top.
Okay. So first thing here, you made the quarterfinals at least in all slams, and I think semifinals in a couple of them. During your career, it started in 1999. How much did the surface speed change? Like from the start of your career to the end, like when you started playing on the grass or even the hard courts towards the end of your career, was it much slower?
Okay. And the end of the career, it's course is going to be much slower, even like Wimbledon, grass, and indoors. When I started, it was some tournaments when it was extremely fast surface, and for me in that time it was a little bit easy to play. But it was all changes. It's not only one day. I mean, it's going like day by day, year by year. So it was like slow process, and we play year by year, and for us always was like a process to change our game a little bit because the surface going a little bit slowly, even in hard court in USA. Usually it was pretty fast. It's going slowly and slowly. So, and when I'm almost done with my career, most of the tournaments was with slow surface.
I mean, now every tournament, every year they resurface them, so they have a lot of control over the surface speed. It's like they have a decision they make. This is how fast or slow they want the tournament to be. I'm assuming earlier on in your career it wasn't this way. Like they wouldn't resurface every single year, or am I mistaken?
No, now it's tennis changed a lot. Everything changed a lot. When I started my professional tennis career, it was like 25 years ago, and it was another life. And it's Now, what you can see is, for me, it's much tougher for tennis players when the course is slowly, but still, it's more interesting for the people who's coming to the stadium and we doesn't want to see only serve or return on like serve volley. Yeah, sometimes it's good, but only sometimes, not like all match when the players start to play like serve and volley. That's why, yeah, a little bit longer rally. I understand for tennis players it's much tougher, but for the maybe for the old tennis for the spectators it's more interesting when they can watch like really good rally, not only clay court, also on the grass and the hard court indoor everywhere.
So do you, because okay, for example, this week Zverev made some comments about the court surface being tailored kind of to I guess help Sinner and Alcaraz win. Basically was the quote. I'm paraphrasing. Do you think that the ATP or tournament directors actually think in this way? Like, for example, in your early days when I guess Roger was winning everything or Rafa, do you think that the tournament directors were thinking in that way? Like, how can we make sure that the same guys are winning all the time so we can have maybe
I
the
don't, I don't,
storylines?
I don't think
Uh,
about the tournament director thinking this way. I mean, for me, still, if they like when the Roger, Rafa, Novak a little bit later, the all top three players, we was can say better of us with all of us, yeah, we can lose sometimes, but still in general we play better. We
mhm.
play the better for all surfaces. Uh, just questions. Um, some players have little bit more chances to beat, like maybe Rafa on the grass or maybe Roger on the clay, but is still it's going to be not easy. It was very tough, and it was toughest to play Roger on the grass and Rafa on the clay. But I doesn't want to believe like tournament directors or ATP want to give for some players advantage. We can say like Alcaraz, Sinner this year they play all Grand Slam finals. They play amazing tennis, and I think for these two players, it doesn't need any
Any help?
advantage to
Yeah.
be top players. Like,
Hey guys, quick break from the episode. The best way to support us is to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the episode.
And you said that the courts obviously changed slowly over the years. What did you change slowly over the years to sort of keep up with that change? Like with your rackets, for example, was your racket at all changing? Maybe the weight, the
uh,
balance, these kind of
yeah,
things?
I'm not the best guy who can talk
Okay.
about like rackets, balance, stringing, like you
Yeah.
said. From the beginning, it was my mental. It was try to don't think about like balance, rackets, stringing. Yeah, sometimes maybe it was wrong. I don't know, but Mm, I have I make the string 28 to 27 kilograms, and I don't care. Only when I play some tournaments like in Stad Kids do absolute okay. I think it maybe 1 kilogram extra. But I never thinking before the tournament what kind of tension I must to have. I
Yeah.
never I To be honest, I give racket to the stringer only when I broke the string and said, "Oh, I don't have
Really?
enough rackets." I said, so I never change on end of the career. Yes, I prefer to have like 4 or 5 new rackets and new strings before the match. But before, I don't, if I have 1, 2 new strings, it's for me. I never change, before new balls.
Never.
I never thinking about my balance because I know I made that perfect racket for me, what I'm like it. I changed 3, 4 times in my career the racket, but all my life I play only head. I mean, from 1993, when my coach gave me one present from the head racket, so I continue to play only head rackets. I start from Prestige, after play Radical, after play Radical 690, like Agassi play, and finally I moved to Extreme. And so not Extreme like we know usually, like had explain to me what we make with the rackets, like old material, new frame, just try something. I like the racket, I like the balance, I like the weight. I just continue play, and I still continue to play this racket. And the
Okay.
same strings
Always use.
what I played last years in my career. Yeah,
What string is it?
I finished my career in Signal Pro. I
Signal.
Okay.
have Poland got like crossed. So I think it's like from 2012 or 14. I think I started to play Signal Pro and continue like until end of my career.
In your days, did the other players around also do the same thing in terms of like restringing? Like, do you remember when that,
No,
getting
it's
fresh strings
of
start?
course. Oh no, of course, all players are different. I mean, the Davydenko, he made like almost 50 rackets restringing before the Australia Open just to practice week. He always check about the balance, tension, everything in
What?
our racket. Yes, I mean, we're all different. Yeah, now it's normal give like 6 rackets before after every match to restringing to make new string, everything new. But yeah, when I'm start, I don't care about this one at all. Okay, when I'm finish my career, I take care a little bit more about the stringer. But again, I can change my racket after the long set, but I never change before the new boss, like after 7 games.
This week I'm at Fairfield Challenger. I play doubles, and I normally travel with the Pro Stringer. It's a small stringing machine that I just string my own rackets, but we only have one machine to share between Justin and I. So Justin has the machine now in Florida. So I got to Fairfield this week and I broke 3 strings on the first day, and I just looked at my bag and I just knew that $75 just disappearing out of my bank account like this, and I was like, oh my God.
No, yeah, it is. So when I'm just going to the tour and we are going to the camp, and so we practice in Thailand. And first years it was like 2000, 2001. My father has the machine, and I make all singer in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normal. It's normal for the tennis from my side.
Yeah, exactly. Save so much money. Like now it's pretty much standard. Like I've only been to maybe like Cincinnati and US Open, like those big tour events, and I know it obviously is expensive to string rackets there because those are like the best stringers in the world, and they do it really quick and they do it good quality. But it's pretty standard now at challenges, minimum $25 US, and it's like I don't know if it's
Worth that?
$25 worth of quality, depending on the week. Like I haven't had any bad experiences, but I don't know. Just to see $25 leave my account every racket it's stinging me.
Yeah, it's could be 100 every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For challenger, it's a lot. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
So you've played them all, the big three, and you were there. It's different for you because you were there in the beginning. I think like we've spoken to guys like Felix, Tiafo, whoever who were there at the end of their run. Spoke to Milos Raonic, who was there, I guess, after they already had been established. But I think you saw the beginning of all three of those guys. Which guy are you most impressed by of Federer, Djokovic, Nadal? Like, is there one guy that stands out to you a little bit
I
more than the
mean,
others?
for me, yeah, I was a little bit lucky because I was already in the tour when the Rafa and Novak just make the first steps. Yeah, that's why my balance against this place is better. Non With Roger, uh, yeah, Roger was earlier than me. He was 1 year older, and first time we played in Stockholm, I think it was 2000. And I think Roger said to tour manager, like, oh, I feel something different because the first time in my life I play ATP tournaments, the players youngest than me.
Okay.
So, and I think I lost him, I don't remember, 2 or 3 sets in the Stockholm. And we played 17 times against Roger, and so I lost all the times. And the end, I think this was like my goal. Like, I really want to beat him. Like, I said, okay, I want to play against these guys more and more, because if I play more every match, I have some chances to beat him. But yeah, he do everything better than me. We play, like I said, I can say like I play like the same way like Roger, but some my advantage, he doesn't work against him because like my slice doesn't work against slice. His forehand is better. Only I can say I can fight against him in backhand. I feel I would be safe in this one. But yeah, he's sort of bad. I mean, he's better player than me, and I cannot find any keys to beat him. I have only, I can say, two small chances. Even I don't know chances with chance or not, but it was, I think, semifinal Halle 2003 or something when I have set up tiebreak second set and. On tiebreak, I was lead little bit and I missed one point, what could be a little bit more advantage to me. I can say I can win this match, but still, all in our matches, yeah, it was even not close.
So in that matchup, you said that you feel like the advantage that you had over him maybe was the backhand. So if you guys got into that exchange backhand to backhand, would he just slice?
I cannot say I have advantage. I feel in backhand, I can do it the same. I mean,
Okay.
we can do slice, we can do top spin, something.
Yeah.
I will feel comfortable, but yeah. But anyway, everything what I'm doing on court, I use much more energy in him. It's like Mercedes and Toyota. I can say it now. No, it looks the same, but not really.
And at what point, for example, a guy like Novak, he came later than the other two?
It came later and completely different. First of all, it's a different mentality because when we beat these guys in the beginning a little bit, and he's young and some keys working against him, and the same with against Rafa. But we can say it's we play. Most important things, we play different style of the game. Roger is one style. It's a style what I like to play. So I can say with against Roger, looks like I play against better version than me. So it looks the same, but he's better. With Rafa, little bit different. So he has another style of the game in the beginning. So again, Rafa also year by year he played better and better. And Rafa in 2003, 2006, 2010, 2014, completely different players. The same like Novak. And and this is when he was young, and his game was not like in the best year for me when he was like 10, 11. I don't remember. He was so many years, but of course it's not. He was 2003, 2005, 2006, 7 still. An outplayer. Also against Rafa, sometimes I have lucky, like in Chennai tournament. He played 3 hours, even more maybe against Moy semifinal. So next day he was completely dead. I was just lucky to play against him this day. With Novak, like 5 years younger than me. So when we start to play against each other, he was like 19, 20, 18. It's completely different players. And I already was on the tour. So for me, it was a little bit easy to play against Rafa and Novak.
When you first saw Novak, did you think he could be what he is today? Like, was it clear that he had the ability to, let's say, surpass Federer
No, I don't. I
Rafa?
don't think like. To be honest, I never thinking about that.
Okay.
Because when you're the tour, you just play. You think it's normal what you're playing the tour. You think it's normal play all Grand Slam to be the same draw with the Roger Rafa. No, I mean it's everything normal. You feel comfortable. You don't thinking about results of the Novak, about records or what's going on later. Uh, I can say it's another life. When you're the tour and when you're out of the tour, it's completely different life. So that's why, yeah, I never thinking. First of all, I never think it's possible to win 20 Grand Slams, but now we can see the three guys
Yeah,
win them all. Because
yeah.
when the Sampras won the
Exactly.
14 Grand Slams, everybody thinking
That's
the
crazy.
records for the years.
Yeah.
And I remember I played. I was lucky. I played 2001 on US Open. It was my first Arthur Ashe match on US Open against Pete Sampras. It was so easy. I mean, he beat me 6-3, 6-2, 6-2 or something. But still, I was lucky to play against some pros, I guess.
Who's the best server you ever faced at a normal height? So like not Karlovic, Isner, these guys, but if you talk about guys maybe 6'4" and under, who's the best serve you ever faced?
I don't know, to be honest, because again, I never thinking about that. You just going and play, and I mean, for me, still the toughest player it was Roger Federer, and again for surf, I try to never think about who is the best surf, what the forehand, backhand, the game, what I'm like, what I don't like. You know, when I start to think, oh. Uh, my record against this player is good, so he's happy to play against him again. Like I think all players, almost all players like this one. So your results going down and you start to lose to this player. So only the the day when you start to think you like this player or you don't like this player is then is going to the side a little bit. So I try to thinking more about the game, what I'm doing on the court, how I can beat this guy and don't thinking about like yeah, how he solve is how stuff for me. Of course, I think I have some place what I don't like, but now even you ask me immediately, I can say against whom I like to play, against whom I don't like to play.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you don't care too much about the external. Like you don't care too much about who you play and their game styles. You just want to focus on your game and you want to play. So how did you spend your time off court? Like after you practice and outside the training sessions, how much thought did you put into tennis? And if so, what was going through your mind in those moments?
I tell it was from one side it's pretty boring life because of course it's everyday matches, or if it's there's no matches you need to practice, so you're always in this routine. You're going to in the morning to the courts, you practice, you play match, recovery, come back to the hotel, dinner, okay, next day the same until you're in the tournament. When you lose your match, okay, you're going to another tournament again, practice, prepare, going to play. And I'm thinking, of course, I'm thinking against whom I play. Of course, I'm check the draw. I'm not the guy who said, "Oh, I don't care against who I play. I'm so good to beat anybody." No, of course, you're thinking about the tactic. You're thinking about with whom you want to practice. If it's lefty, you want to practice with lefty guy. If they like Karlovic, where somebody like this one, you wanna maybe practice with the guy who serve better. So you still try to prepare before the your opponent against whom you play. But mm, still, the life changed a lot because during my career, because when you are young, you don't care. You're just going to the tour. You're hungry. You don't care. You just play, play, play. And when I'm going to tour, I travel only with my coach. And after we start to thinking, oh, looks like I need somebody who can help me a little bit recovery. And so when you start to work with your private physio, it's going to be more routine because you need to warm up before the practice. I mean, this is like I can say tennis is going to be year by year professional, much more professional, much more professional, much more professional. And now what I can see is now it's like amazing how the guys, the professional, what they're doing, and because during my career, I never thinking about the diet, about the food, what I'm eating, never. Only end of the career, I start to think, oh, looks like I need to be in the shape. Looks like I need to check my my weight before the tournaments to move well or something. But in the beginning, I said I don't care about this one. It's not only me. I think everybody don't care about this one. We just going to court. We eat whatever we want. Okay. Of course, we took some vitamins, but also the vitamins was just like something like stimulant Gatorade and or similar.
How different was your diet in the beginning versus the end? So like what was a pre-match meal? when you were 22 versus when you were 30?
I don't have any diet. I mean, I everything what I want. No, I'm not the guy
The
who is
best
like
way.
a lot, but in my mind was, oh, looks like during the day I need to eat pasta, and end of the day the beef or fish.
Okay.
This is all. I mean, but still, no calories, nothing. If I want to
Okay.
eat more, I'm just going to eat more. If I want to something, I don't care. First time in 2015, I was almost like 32 or 33. I have new fitness coach, and he's first guy who said, "Oh," I said, "Oh, I'm a little bit tired to going to the court to practice. Don't want to do." Said, "Of course, like 2, 3 more kilograms, and you even doesn't want to walk. You just want to lay down and sit." I said, "The first what we have to do is you must lose the weight a little bit." And was first time, and it was really new for me because and I thinking about the forehand, backhand, about tennis, about fitness, but I never thinking about this one. And I can tell you, in the beginning, it's helped me a lot. Yeah, I lose the weight, I start to feel better, and I start to feel more energy a little bit. And yeah, but still, during my whole career, even in the end, I don't have like a real diet and something like this one.
Food is just it's such a weakness. Like I was in Rennes Challenger like a month or two ago,
Mhm.
and Hugo Gaston was there. We were in the physio room, and I was finishing my day, and he was about to play at 7 p.m. So I asked him, I think he was either playing first or second. So he was either at 7 or the second match after 7. So I asked him, like, have you eaten dinner already? And he said, yeah, I had a little bit of food already. And I said, so then what? After you finish your night match, you'll eat again? And he said, no, normally I don't eat again. After I'll just do treatment and then go to sleep. And then especially if I lose, I'm not hungry and I will just go to sleep. And I am the complete opposite. Like if I lose, I just can't wait to just absolutely destroy food. Like, that's the first thing I go to, like, is food.
Comfort
For me
food.
personally. So I don't know if other people can relate. Hugo Gaston said he's not that way, but I just go straight to food. Like, I can't
Burger,
wait to eat a
fries,
burger. Yeah.
milkshake. Yeah.
No, to be honest, it was important things right now because when I consulted with some top coaches with my coach, like we almost ended the career when I was already 34, 35 years old. It was everything new for me. It looks like I'm new in the tour. And yeah, and the guy, they experienced, they said, yeah, it's very important to what you read, when you're eating, like exactly after the match, like first 30 minutes or first 40
Protein.
minutes, you must take this one, or this one, and this is help you to recovery. And that one, I like the US Open because in US Open you always have in the locker room something what you can take it after the match, doesn't matter what time we finish, like
Okay.
Yeah.
some recovery drink, some recovery.
I'm stringing up my racket using my Pro Stringer. I've had this machine for 4 or 5 years now. The Pro Stringer is a portable stringing machine. It's very durable. It's accurate. I never have any issues with the tension being incorrect and stuff. It's easy for me to know what to expect from the racket. And we at the Changeover actually have a partnership with Pro Stringer. So if you'd like to go and purchase one, you can go to the website and you get to save $100 off a brand new Pro Stringer when you use our discount code Changeover in the checkout. So if you're interested in a portable stringing device, I highly recommend this machine. Saves a lot of money in stringing fees. And like I said, I take it everywhere I go and string all of my rackets on this machine.
Styles. You mentioned styles a little bit before, how the guys were playing. How do you approach matches? Are you a guy who thinks very tactically, or are you someone who just thinks guys have their patterns and what they're good at, and the match is made up basically of that? Does it fit with the other player and the conditions? Like, how do you view a match?
No,
And
my view, okay. First of all, I was the player how I'm thinking I don't have some big advantage from my side. So I don't have the huge serve. I don't have huge forehand. So my game was more for tactical game. So I must do like we coach the check against whom I play. He watched the game previously. Of course, we know each other well. And after you try just find your strongest part of your game and weakest part of the opponent game. And after you see what you can do, but I'm always thinking a lot about the tactics because tactics help me to win a lot of matches. I cannot say, of course, I know some players say, "Oh, doesn't matter, just going and play." I agree about this one, but the question, how are you going and play?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if just example, if the player doesn't like slice to his forehand, why you need to play to his backhand, even if easy is for you? Yeah, you need to try to make the point to play slice to his forehand or something. And for the tactic, I think more about the tactics and what I have to do in core.
Yeah, that makes sense because we had a Talon Greek Sport was on the podcast and he was saying that's how he kind of approaches tennis. Whatever the guy doesn't like is what he's gonna do. But then you have other players, maybe more like a Francis who has kind of bigger weapons. He talks more about kind of just doing what he likes, and usually that is the best option for him. So I guess it makes sense that uh, depending on your game style, it might be more sensible to play tactically versus patterns.
I tell you this, why I tell you this one, it was my game. It was my material game, and for me, it was easiest to play this way.
Mm-hmm.
I doesn't need to be against me. Of course, if I need to go into the net every point or something, it was tough to me, and I never doing this one because it was like against me. I understand. Yeah, I need to go in a little bit more like usually to the net, but this is another part of the game. It's not every point. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it was easy to play variation game like drop shot or lobs or I don't know slice something cross or down the line. That's why it was my natural game. For me, it was
Variety.
easy.
Yeah.
And I know for another player that doesn't need this one. When you like if he can be like little bit faster of me, he beat me. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Just in case, It's,
When you watch guys play against Sinner and Alcaraz, since you think so tactically, is there anything that you see in their games that people could exploit more? That people could go
It's
after?
tough question. It's a
Yeah.
tough question because I'm still thinking, and then what I'm watching right now, they still also looking this way. I understand now the completely different speed of the tennis. It's everything. It's more athletic. It's what we're doing now. It's amazing. But the question. What the player must do to be the same level or how he can be to this player or this players here. So he if you will see Alcaraz or Sinner, it's for looks like they don't have any weak part of the game. But still on the level when we play against each other, Sinner or Alcaraz, we can see some of them. Okay, when maybe not best shape Sinner or Alcaraz and we play against Sinner, Rune, top 10 players to 20 Rublev, Medvedev, we also can see some different part of the game what can be advantage. So that's why my feeling for the future, for the next one in the tennis, yeah, now the speed is unbelievable, athletics is unbelievable, but you can make the little bit more tactical. Like Alcaraz, what he's doing, like drop shots, it's part of the tactics. He's not hitting hard every ball, so he's made his point like he wants, and he won a lot of points, not just hitting hard. So this is, I think, we'll see maybe new players who'll do or some different like Shelton, who make like great source lefty, who bring something new in this game as well. For me now is the tennis. It's really interesting.
I
I mean,
think
and we'll see what's going to be in the future.
yeah, like you said, it looks like they have brought another level of athleticism to the game. People are moving way better, hitting the ball harder. So I think the base level of tennis has risen. But like you say, maybe now there's gonna be people bringing the variety back to sort of mess up that high tempo rhythm tennis because that's the only way
Yeah,
you're gonna
but
break it. I think, yeah.
yeah, but look to the Djokovic. He's still in the top. Yeah, of course, for him, little bit, but we're talking about the player 38 years old. It's amazing what he's doing, of course, but still, he's like top 5 player. And he's he's little bit different of the Alcaraz and Sinner. His game, for me, is a little bit different. Still, but his vision of the game, what he's doing, I mean, it's I believe like in the future we'll see some players who will bring something new to the tennis and will be good competition against Sinner and Alcaraz. I don't know when this happens. Or maybe it's not next year, 2 years, but
Yeah.
for sure
Somebody
during the
always
career,
comes.
yeah.
You know, I try to think about that sometimes because, like, I've been at the challenges now pretty much this year, all year, and I'm looking at the younger guys, and I'm just curious, like, which one is it? Like, is it Federico Sinner? Is it Darwin Blanche? Is it Engel? Like, I'm looking at all of the younger guys, like, and I'm thinking, like, which one of you is about to be the crazy one? You know, which one of you is about to go and in the next year and a half, you're going to be top 20, like, killing people, you know? And I'm like, so because if you look at the draws, like last year in Fairfield, I want to say like maybe Mikkelsen played it and Lerner Tien and stuff. Like these guys, Nishesh, top 100 guys now. So now I'm looking every week at challenge. I'm thinking which one, like who is the guy here that in the next 2 years is going to go? And it's like I said, it's exciting, you know?
You know what I find crazy is, I told the story before, but my coach I was at the courts with him maybe like 6 months ago, and a young kid, maybe like 8, 9 years old, came to him and said, that Federer guy was pretty good, huh? He was watching highlights on YouTube. And it's like, what do you mean? This guy was the best of all time. And 5 years passed, and there are people that don't know who he is. So like, it always just keeps evolving. Like you think that these are like gods to us, but then like in 3 years, there's going to be kids who never even heard of the guy. And it's like, who is this
I
old
mean,
guy?
to be honest, it's always like this one. If you
Yeah.
see, like everybody thinking, when we're playing, and so who's gonna be next? It's impossible. It was Sampras 14 Grand Slam. It's impossible. After it was Federer, said it's impossible. After it was Nadal.
Yeah, always.
Now is Novak, and now we start to thinking, oh, looks like Alcaraz, Sinner,
yeah.
maybe we make even more smoke, and maybe no, as this still long way. But tennis is really interesting the sport, and all the time it changes, and so it was McEnroe, Baker, I mean, all top players, all great players, and next one it was little. I can say it little bit better, but I don't like to compare
The eras.
the time errors and timing the players because it was completely different sources, rackets, rings, balls. I mean everything, even
The education coming up. Also.
and even the counting points completely different. Now is like what the Grand Slam 2,000 points before it was 1,000 points. So different between final and winner and Grand Slam it was less.
Okay.
About Masters also it was a little bit less. And for me it's always interesting to count how they change tennis ranking, the top players, if we count like now, or if now we count like before, who's going to be number one, how long he can stay, and so on.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about mentality. In 2008 in Miami, obviously this thing happened where you got a little bit upset.
Yeah.
It looked like against Almagro, and when we see this video, we remember the blood on your head, but no one talks about the fact that you won this match. So it's interesting. How do you view mental toughness? Like, how would you describe it?
We can start from the beginning. When I was a kid, I was a completely crazy boy. So I broke the rackets and cry and tried. I was crazy, you know. And I worked with mental coach from when I was the kid. From 11 or 12, I work. After I'm stopped, I work again. So for me, it was normal. Even now, when I in the tennis, I contact with the mental coach pretty much, because for me it's really interesting, and now I start to understand even more about this one and how it's important this part of the game for everybody. And yeah, what happens in 2008? If you see, everybody will see or understand that moment. But I don't know, like a few years ago, somebody sent me video about this match. It was like 8 or 10 minutes. I start match unbelievable. I play really well.
I watched it
And
today.
I watched the video and I don't remember all things, but I remember it
You
was
hit it out.
crazy
You hit it
match.
out of yourself.
I remember in the first match in my life, I'm shouting like really hard to my wife when she said to me, like, come on, давай, давай, or something. I said, I like what I'm talking. And everything, it wasn't first set. And I was lead 4-0. 4-0 first set. I lost my serve and score 4-1 first set
4-1.
for me. And I take my racket. And from the baseline, I put through to the bench and said, it was like I'm 4-1 up. And
Yeah.
after 4-1 up, the guy make the ace and in the Miami, and I took the ball and fell out of the court. And I felt the convolution. And then now, and when I watched it, now I said, come on, 4-1 up, first set, and I have the convolution. And after it was for 3 or 4. So it was crazy match. It was so nervous match. And yeah, and finally it happens what happens. But to be honest, it's helped me to win this match. If it doesn't happen, I don't know I won this match or not. But after when it happens, I won 7 points in the row. Because for everybody was something confused for me as well, but it was 3 5 minutes. I don't remember the pause when the physio was, because we are playing in Miami in the old stadium, like far away, and that court always physio was close to the court because walking from the locker room to where like 10 minutes. And when that happens, the physio immediately came to the court, and after 2 minutes later, blood is stopped. For me, it was shock how it's like so fast. But the funny moment was when Almagro start to try to, want to serve, and he see I'm sitting on the bench. I said, "What? Why happens?" And after he came to me and said, "What? What? Wow!" And he left. We are smiling a little bit, and after 7 points in the round, the score was 6-5 on my side and love 15 on his serve.
Yeah.
And finally, I won the match. It happens. I mean, yeah, it happens. It's something there, but of course, I doesn't want to do this one. It's like, yeah, it was a crazy match for me. Yeah. Sometimes I doesn't control myself.
When you play, for example, against the big three versus other players that in your career, what could you feel about them that you knew they were such good competitors? Like, what about a player makes you know that they're gonna compete very well on the day that you're playing them?
It's first of all, it's much easier to play against top three mentally. You
Nothing to lose.
nothing to lose, everything fine. You play, and later on you play in the center court, nice atmosphere. So you relax and just try to play your best tennis. It's of course it's very important what you're feeling inside. I am not talking about tennis, about the forehand, backhand, still outside of the tennis, what is in your head. You're like 100% in the tournament, you're 100% in the match, or you have something what disturb you before the match, during the tournament. And I'm start to feeling this more and more when I'm gonna be older and older, when you start to have family and you have another mind in your head. Your tennis is going to be only part of your life, not full and well. Because when you just start to play, you don't care. You're thinking, oh, I can do everything. I don't care who play against me. I can go and beat him. In the middle of the career, yeah, you start to thinking, oh, I can beat him, but I need to do this, and this one. And by the end of the career, you understand what you need to do, what you have to do, but I can because I have too
Body.
many things in my head, and that one I'm not 100% at the game. So I try to be 100% in my game, but this is like just for little bit time when I can do it, like maybe for 3 games, 4 games, and after I'm a little bit down because I myself I'm losing too much energy to control myself to play best tennis. You know, it's like with the car. You can say if you drive hard, you know, your engine going to empty much faster. You know, not like if you're going to your average speed.
To switch gears a little bit, so after your career, you returned to the tour to help out Denis Shapovalov. Did you enjoy being on the other side of the game?
Yeah, it was. I really enjoy. First of all, I really enjoyed to work with Dennis because it was a great time for me. It was some new experience for me, and uh, and I would think I come back like coach to the tour so fast. 2018, I'm finished, and I have my mind what we're doing. Try to make our like professional team who will work with the players, maybe with the juniors, kids, like players who play futures, challengers to help going to the tour, and maybe we're gonna be lucky to work in the tour later. I mean, it was something like this on my mind. I want to build like professional tennis team, and we do it in Russia. This one to be in. I mean, compare to be fight against like best tennis academy in the world.
Hmm.
And after 2019, Denis with his team invite me to try. We try, we like, and after we continue, it was a great experience for me. And it was tough time because it was COVID. We finished really well the season, but I think we must understand like first results. Most of the time was just emotion, new face, a new team, new face in the box. Like doesn't matter what he says, it's everything is good. And yeah, 2020 was tough for everybody. It was COVID, but it's good time because we can practice. We
Hmm.
practice a lot with him. We stay in Bradenton and we practice 3 months where during the COVID, you know, and
Yeah.
because in the beginning we think maybe it's going to be Miami Open, after maybe we're going to Europe, after maybe we're going to Wimbledon. All the time we change week by week, and I cannot go home, and everything was closed, no flights. But it was lucky, one club was open, and we all practice where it's very good experience. And after still continue, it was a really nice time for me. I enjoyed it.
What did you try to bring to his game when you were working with him?
Uh, you know, first of all, he's a very talented guy. He's amazing player, I can say, you know, and mm, I can say I can doesn't want to be exactly what's it. I can say one
Okay.
word is little bit more discipline.
Okay.
I mean, this is what he need from my side, you know, because we can see he's lefty, he's amazing backhand, forehand, speed, everything. Yeah, I mean, from my side, what I can see, it's he need to be healthy first of all because we know he has a little bit, not little bit, he has a knee injury almost from the beginning of his career. And when we even worked with him, he also have sometimes little bit knee injury. And after 2 years, I think, or 2 or 3 years ago already, he will miss the half year, and he was out of top 100 to close to top 100. Now he tried to come back when he must be from my side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last topic before we play the game. So the you won Davis Cup with obviously with Russia back in the day. Were you guys close? Like let's say you, Davydenko, Safin. Were the Russians like a close group, like friendly
Oh,
or
I can say I think we're not so close like maybe we can see the Spanish player or French player because I tell you why. Because we all of us were practicing different countries, we're different with different clubs. We never be together. We never practice together. we was the same age, but okay, Davydenko practiced with brother in Germany. Marat practiced in Spain. I'm practiced in Russia. Tursunov practiced in America. Andreev practiced in Spain.
Tursunov, what a sick
I
name.
mean,
Yeah,
so we have very good relationship again. I mean, between us, but we was not so close. Like in our who like make the same came from 14, 15, 16, and we going the same age, and we make this way together. And this is good from my side when you can competition not week by week or month by month, but day by day in the practice and this one. But yeah, we're meeting on the only in the tournament, but we all have our private life coaches, part of the team. You know, if you're going to dinner, yeah, sometimes you can go, it's but only sometimes. Oh, let's go together, but it's not consistent things.
So you don't have any crazy Marat Safin stories for us tonight?
No, unfortunately not.
Let's try to make some of our own here. So, Mikhail, we normally end this podcast with a tennis trivia game. It will be you against Jody. We're gonna do first to 3 correct answers. So I'm gonna read the question out, and when you think you know the answer, you can shout it out. But if you're wrong, Jody gets a chance to try. And
Okay.
if he's wrong, you get try again one more time. And if you guys are both wrong twice, go to the next question. And it's first to 3 correct answers wins. Are you ready?
Fair warning. It could be, it's not just tennis. This man likes to put in mathematics and geography and fucking all kind of stuff.
It's gotten really bad, I'm hearing. So
it's okay. I always can say sorry. My English is not very good. I don't understand you. Please, another question.
Some excuses are coming already. Don't worry. I have.
Well, I can Google. Wait.
Yeah, use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. I am still. If we had to compare my trivia level to tennis, I'm still at the UTR level. I'm playing the weekend money tournaments. I'm at the futures level max.
I tell you, this is new for me. One about the UTR, and I heard about it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And because I'm like working with the player when we also play UTR tournaments with him. And what we have, like for me, it's really good for the tennis and really good for the players. Like futures level, even challengers levels, or the players who is like don't have the levels for futures, like qualities of the futures. But the good question, we can have the matches. We can have the matches every weekend. We can have 3, 4,
That's
5
great.
matches, and now we have PTT UTR. When you have like first of all, it's good prize money for the players, and they can have like 5, 6 matches per week.
Even if you're losing,
even if you're losing, you continue to play. It's amazing. But for me, it's like a little bit shock. It was one. Even if you're losing, your ranking going up.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like
that's the same as Jody in the trivia. He loses every week, but he keeps coming back to play.
But also now think if you beat somebody, your ranking can go down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And when I'm looking for this system, I said, "Oh my God, how it was." But still, I like what the player. If he need the matches, and he's level like PTT UTR, he can have like 10, 15 matches per month.
Yeah,
if you want and if you need, it's great.
Yeah. Let's see whose UTR is higher here in the trivia.
I have like a 10 UTR universal trivia rating.
It's bad. It's poor.
To be honest, I registered in UTR as well, like in WhatsApp, and I have 10.5.
You're 10. That's funny.
They don't remember who you are, man. That's disrespectful.
No, they asked me, "Oh, you're the guy who played 3’s." I'm like,
"Oh, that's me."
Clear, yes.
You need a permanent minimum 15.
Yeah,
minimum.
And then and after it was UTR like 10.5. So why is 10.5?
Okay, so
all right, let's get this going. Come on.
Question number 1 is a who am I? I'm going to give you a player's career stats, and you tell me who it is. This player turned pro in 1995, career high number 8, beat Roger Federer back-to-back in Indian Wells and Miami the same year, 2007. You can shout out. If you know, you can shout it out. From Argentina,
Albanian?
No, bro.
It's Guillermo Canos.
Yes, Guillermo Cañas. You don't remember that, bro?
You know the
Of
craziest
course,
part?
of
No, I
course.
don't remember that.
I mean, I won the first my title in Stuttgart 2002, and I played the final against Guillermo Canos, and it was best of five that final.
No way.
Winner of the Stuttgart get the Mercedes.
Okay, so you won.
Canos lost the year before to Kuerten, I think. So next year he is against in the final. And I was down 1-4 in the fifth set, and I beat him 6-4. And I was so happy. It was my first title. I get
The
the
nice
car.
car too.
For me, it was like amazing time. I was like 20 years old to get the car first title. And kind of said, guys, anyway, I come back and I finally I won this tournament. I get this car, and I think 2003 or 2004 he come back. He won the
He did it.
Stuttgart. Yeah,
Okay, he did get it. Okay,
yeah.
good. Okay.
You know what's sad about this? He waited for me to get the wrong answer and
he knew
then
it
got
early.
the right answer.
He knew it early.
Yeah, he knew. He put his
He
hand
gave
up. You
me
know, you
this
can
one.
guess.
We all remember because I played for in that time in Miami, Indian Wells, and
Yeah, but
I
watched
I
his
remember
matches.
really well at that time, of course.
Yeah, crazy matches this one.
Justin, here's my question about this. Did you know that, or did you like research something along the
No, I knew it.
storyline?
I knew it.
Too good.
I knew
Here
it.
we
I
go.
knew it.
Too good.
Anyway, 1-0 Youzhny. Question number 2. What is Casper Ruud's career high?
3.
2.
2-0. This is easy money. This is easy money, bro.
Oh my, that wasn't bad though. Whatever.
We're gonna go away from tennis and give you a chance here. Maybe. Maybe. Question number 3. How many continents are there?
7.
Okay, 2-1. We're back in the fight.
It's the English. It's the English language barrier.
Probably. But I have to even the playing field somehow. 2-1. What is the capital city of China?
Beijing.
3-1 usually.
Just say anything. Just say something.
This is so routine. The guy loses every week.
Just say something, bro.
At the challenges now, because normally I will put math in it, and he gets the math wrong every time. So when he goes to the tournaments, guys are coming to him asking him math questions every day. It's bad. It's not good.
No, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like literally, I have a friend that's making like trolling videos on Instagram, like funny videos, making fun of people. I got a message from him. I think my next video has to be your math.
Yeah,
the man is about to make a video of me making fun of my math. It's getting bad. He told me yesterday I need to take math classes.
Yeah. Sometimes, I know you say you don't like to compare eras, but sometimes we do these experiments with players where I think one of them was Steve Johnson. Like, where do we think he would be ranked today? If you take yourself in your prime and you drop yourself into today's tennis, where do you think that you would sit?
If I have the same game like I played before, or like if my the same level of my game, or
yeah, not 10.5, the real level, the prime level, yeah.
The same level that you had before. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna be like I say top 50 maybe 50,
So
60.
still up there, yeah.
I think yes.
If you okay, you had the same tennis, but from a young age you were training the same way as these guys and eating the same way, so your athleticism was better.
I don't know. Which I don't like to make this game.
Come on,
because we don't know because I tell you if I start to play professional tennis today, I will change everything what I'm doing almost. I mean, from the juniors, I try to go to another way, but now it's another life.
Yeah, you never know if it works out or not.
Another life, another tennis, everything. When I start to play, everybody finish like 27, 28, 29. And if you play until 30, it was like amazing. Wow, you're 30 years old and you're still playing. Okay, when I'm finished like 36, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I play so long. It's like I'm 36. It's too much for me. But now what I see now, come on guys, the already players play again until 40 and
Yeah.
really top level almost, like Feliciano Lopez, Wawrinka.
They
I
got
understand
gray
it's
hair.
little bit different situation because I think if in Russia it was more tournaments during my career, like when I'm going to play. For me, it's going to be a little bit easy because, when I'm coming for one tournament in St. Petersburg, and for me, it was much easier to play because a lot of good spectators and they give me energy more. When I'm out of the country, I mean, out of the family and I'm somewhere and play court number 15 against somebody and in the end of the career I was already thinking like, oh come on, what
am I
happens
doing?
if I win or lose?
Yeah.
Nothing changes, like okay,
Yeah.
15 points or 20 points or what I'm doing here, something. But when you're at home, almost your home country, okay, if I'm going to be maybe from USA and they can play half year at home almost and just moving to the Grand Slam or some big event, it's a little bit maybe different story. And maybe you can continue play little like Wawrinka now. He really enjoy, he play good tournaments, he gets some wild cards in the big tournaments. It's a completely different story. He doesn't need to pass qualis every tournament, every big tournament. So he's not play only challengers. So he enjoy and I'm changed my mind because it's before a lot of people around. I can tell you, it's not your team, but okay, you're already old. You need to think what you're doing after your tennis career. You need to stop. You need to stop in good way, not when you are like 200 or 300. But I'm changed my mind right now. If you like to play and you enjoy to play, you must continue to play. That's why I'm watching to Wawrinka or the players who is already like Gaston. He guy was top 10. Now he's close to 100, but he continued to play. If he need to play qualis, he play qualis. He beat top 10 players, some tournaments. He's still like play all Grand Slam main draw. Why not? So,
Yeah. Can't blame him.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you. We're going to let you go because it's late there and you've given us more than enough time. So I just want to say thank you for giving us the hour and a half there that we've talked. And, it was generous of you to come and share your time. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you could think of any player that you'd like to see on this podcast, who would you like to see?
I think Monfils will be interesting.
Hey,
No.
I agree with that. That's a good name. I like that name.
It's going to be very interesting now, and now he's announced next year his last year.
Yeah.
I think he can talk really good things about his career, about what he's thinking, why he wanna finish now, why he's wanna make last year trip or about Thomas. For me,
For sure.
I think it's gonna be great.
That's a dream guest. He's right here on the wall, baby. Cool, man. Yes, Mikhail, it was a pleasure, and thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you around.
Thank you.